It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Six yards left on second down. Now Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
We're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Fournette running out of the gun. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Rolling to his right. This is caught by Evans. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Fournette. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. On the ground, this is Michel. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one. So they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Ryder. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 5. Here's a give to Fournette.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down and 7. A handoff to Fournette. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Now Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. Big hole up the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Falcons, nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 8 coming up. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
45, Mike, 45.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Buccaneers 21, Falcons nothing. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
On 3rd down, Ryder. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, back to Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that ball.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off the play fake. Ryder. Buying time to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively. After that first down play, so they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. I got you. I got you. Joker.
Now Leonard Fournette. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here? Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs open the lead up to 34-0. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it is 42-0.
Josh Lambeau sets the kickoff.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A 1st down run there by Fournette as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check, 45 the mic. Here we go, D, get off the field.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
45.
Play action now. Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting. There he goes right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw is Mariota. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, this loss cost them in the playoff chase.